First, I just want to say I'm glad that Skilla Baby's okay because I'm hating that try to take him out of the glow, but you can't never take the glow boy out of the glow. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Rocking with y'all rocking with me.
I'm fucking great. You know we rocking with you. We ain't stacking though.
Skilla Baby being shot in Detroit, crashing his car, and the beef that may have been behind it.
You know what's some beef behind it.
2025.
Yeah.
It was 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Call for shots fired on 8 Mile and Central. A 911 caller had reported a shooting, followed by a crashed vehicle. Arriving on scene, officers would locate a black SUV crashed into the front of a building. Nobody would be found inside the building or the vehicle.
Right.
Further investigation revealed the gunshot victim was taken to the hospital by a witness who saw firsthand what took place.
What happened?
The victim, identified as 26-year-old Trevon Gardner,
is
more commonly known as the Detroit rapper Skilla Baby.
Skilla.
Police would learn a vehicle had pulled up alongside Skilla while traveling down 8 Mile, the same road made famous by Detroit legend Eminem. The rear passenger window of a dark-colored sedan began to roll down as over 20 shots were fired. Skilla Baby
wasn't no switch though.
In the head, grazed in the back, and shot in the hand, then lose control of his vehicle and crash into a building. Luckily, the shooters weren't dedicated enough to get out and finish Skilla Baby.
Yeah, they were scary.
While his vehicle was disabled.
It was scary.
The suspects were able to get away from the scene, and police still haven't figured out exactly why Skilla Baby was targeted. But videos from bystanders would begin to make their way to social media.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, at that point, you know, I'm glad that Skilla Baby's alive, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, at that point, if you gonna do all that and catch him in traffic and all that, you might as well finish the job. They probably thought they got him for real. So it was like, oh yeah, he crashed, it's over with. No. You must finish the mission.
Fuck. Dog just... Bro, he just...
Also, he did have a switch. He did have a switch, okay.
State Skilla Baby was in stable condition and recovering in the hospital. Just 48 hours after being shot, Skilla could be seen rocking an arm sling and rocking the mic as he was on stage performing with 42 Doug. The
real one. That's real. That's a 50 Cent shit right there.
Whoever did what wasn't stopping anything.
Yeah.
And if truth be told, Skilla Baby wasn't a stranger to violence.
Hell no.
For those familiar with Detroit rap beef, Skilla Baby has had a long history with a rival rapper by the name of GMO Stax. GMO allegedly being short for gang members only.
Okay.
Stax was also from the West Side and fell under an alliance made up of multiple cliques known as DWBI, short for Don't Worry About It.
Okay, I guess. All right.
A video would leak from a recording studio of Skilla Baby facing 5 men, one of them being GMO Stax. The two briefly became physical before the video came to an end. Stax would later go live showing not 1, but 2 chains belonging to Skilla Baby, including a memorial piece.
Okay.
GMO, worry about it, don't worry about it. Any nigga ain't none of that, nigga. Yeah, shout out my SB niggas too. Wait, I'ma fuck me. Hey, put the light on that bitch. Let me see how hard it is. Let me see how hard it is.
I don't understand. Niggas be doing a whole lot of broke ass shit. So you gonna take his chain just to go on Instagram and flex with it, then what? It's just a lot of shit just be stupid. So what are you gonna take his chain and then flex with it and then do nothing? What are we doing with his chain? It don't make no sense.
That's the reason. All eyes being a cash is facing down.
Oh shit! That nigga shit,
Damn! Skilla in the play with them tweakers.
He say y'all some little niggas.
Skilla in the play with them tweakers.
He say y'all some little niggas. Look at these little niggas.
Stax would shout out GMO, Don't Worry About It, and continue to diss Skilla. All the while, Skilla Baby had been shot leading up to the robbery. As could be seen on the surveillance camera, even when outnumbered, Skilla Baby wasn't backing down. Off-camera shots were fired, and Skilla would be shot in his side, a wound he'd later show while doing the cooking show with Ari Fletcher.
You ever been stabbed before?
Ooh, no.
No?
I got shot though.
For real, where?
On my side. Is it the graves?
Let me see.
Through.
All the way through clean?
Yeah.
Now, a rapper getting his chain snatched is the equivalent of an athlete being injured.
Right.
It can be career-ending.
Definitely.
But Skilla didn't shy away from speaking on the incident and letting it be known he stands on business. That and the fact he had to be shot to be robbed, the incident would have no effect on his career.
No, for real.
Especially when he left it in the streets and never went into detail on actually being shot.
I was watching the Leaving in the Streets video, and you had your whole side bandaged up. What was that?
I got shot.
Yeah, but like that recently? I didn't. Have you talked about that in an interview or anything?
No, not for real.
What happened?
I got shot.
No, for real, I ain't finna do all that talking. That's how it's supposed to be. I ain't finna do all that yapping, all that talking. Nigga, I got pop. What you think happened? I got pop, man. Shit. You feel me? You can put 2 and 2 together how you want to, but I ain't finna do all this yapping and get no niggas no clout.
And had the right mentality to keep it moving. But Skilla would seemingly go off the tracks as pride began to come into play. Now, Skilla clearly landed a no-jumper interview with the chain snatching incident being the highlight of the interview. Sometime after, a fight video would drop with Skilla swinging first. GMO Stax was present, and someone can be heard yelling GMO as the fight continued. Skilla Baby would hold his own, swinging for heads, and surprisingly has a few fight videos where it appears he actually has hands. Another brawl video would be released of Stax appearing to be tossed around while someone can be heard asking where's the pole. Skilla Baby would post a screenshot of Stax's not so proudest moment, and again the beef between the two was continued a year after Skilla was robbed.
Not surprised.
2 years after Skilla's no jumper interview, Stax would land his own, and of course the robbery would be brought up. Not long after, a back and forth through Instagram story posts would lead to Skilla Baby dropping a bomb on Stax. Imagine knowing somebody about to drop a diss song and you can't even go to the studio to respond because you want house arrest for criminal sexual conduct. SMH, your little freaky ass belong in jail. Stax would reply alluding that Skilla was making things up and that Skilla ran to the police because he was scared, even going as far as saying the first thing police did when arresting him was turn on Skilla Baby. And that's why Skilla makes songs for females, because the streets don't feel it. But Stax never addressed why he got arrested.
I guess he's still a sexual freak.
Saying, imagine being on Instagram posting angry paragraphs about a person while he on a plane sneak dissing you to this white lady in first class drinking mocktails. Stax would respond with, imagine having to move out of town because you can't move around your city without her pushing up on you.
Sound like to me you just mad because you broke as hell still in Detroit and he pushing P in other cities, you know what I'm saying? Sound like you just a broke ass hater. That's what it sound like to me.
Stax was making it clear anywhere he found out Skilla was at, he was coming for him. Rumors already made their way through the internet Stax was involved in Skilla being shot and robbed because of the surveillance video, and also because Stax posted the chains after. But he wasn't done. Skilla is clearly the bigger artist, and as long as Stax can attach his name to Skilla's, he was going to ride the clout. Well, Skilla would drop a bomb, simply saying, alright, let me end this, while posting Stax's full name along with his arrest for criminal sexual conduct. Now, 22-year-old Damari Carter, aka GMO Stax, was arrested in October of 2024 on 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct, one being a misdemeanor and one being a felony. Then in February of 2025, he'd be hit with 3 more charges.
Same shit.
GMO Stax is now being called GMO Diddy on Reddit, and while nobody knows the details of the case, it sounds like some freaky shit. But let's not get it twisted. Skilla has songs for the women, but he'd also drop his nuts on tracks and get the dissing. Only 3 months ago, Skilla would drop Freaky Pit, dissing the dog shit out of GMO Stax. Now, according to the Wayne County jail site, Stax was arrested on those freaky ass charges and had been released on a $100,000 bond. But on Wednesday, May 28th, an Instagram blog by the name of Detroit Hits would state GMO Stax and DWBI Baby Press were arrested while showing a video of the arrest taking place.
Goofy of the year.
DWBI Millie, who goes by the name Millie Rock on Instagram, would post Stax to his story saying, "You never listen to me," with a sad face and a broken heart.
Goofy.
Now initially, the Detroit Hits blog would allege Skilla Baby was attending the prom send-off of Bryce Underwood.
The guest that we have is Bryce J. Underwood.
That's crazy. He is from Detroit. That's crazy. He going to Michigan, ain't he?
Okay, I just want to really introduce you guys to a young man.
Yeah, he going to Michigan. Whoop that Ohio State ass for me.
Actually
Yeah.
going to be something special. What team will you be playing with this year?
I'm going to bring my talent to the Michigan Wolverines.
That's crazy. He called it out.
Future quarterback at University of Michigan. Yeah.
Crazy work. He called it out.
Bryce went to
That's crazy.
Belleville High, roughly 30 minutes away from downtown Detroit. According to Detroit Hits, Skilla Baby was spotted and followed by DWBI Millie. The day after the shooting, Stax would leave a blood emoji on Millie's page, and a ton of comments would accuse Millie of shooting Skilla Baby. But with the arrest of GMO Stax, it would appear Stax may be the one that's about to be charged with attempting to kill the rapper. If that's the case, then there's the motive. A long back and forth history of dissing and violence that stemmed from the robbery of his chains and the continued beef as one career blew up while the other clung on, trying to keep from fading.
That's some goofy ass shit though. I ain't gonna lie. Someone showing love at the prom send off, you gonna hate. You probably didn't even go to the prom send off. Stalked, hated on them, followed them, and then still couldn't even complete the mission. Now your dumb ass going to jail where you already got some freaky charges. So you're probably not getting no more bond because you just had a $100,000 bond on some freaky shit. So now you're not probably getting bond again. So your ass done for. All because you couldn't just leave it in. Man, niggas be goofy as hell, bro. Now I hope your ass don't get out, man. Doing all that freaky ass stupid shit, then you trying to take a nigga out and you don't complete the mission. Yeah, it's a goofy, man. Shout out to Skilla Baby.